Okay, I'm here in the slow movement, second movement of the Schumann Quintet, and I'm skipping to the agitato section. If you're confused by the environment, I'm here in my teaching studio, which I'm not using that much this semester because I'm on sabbatical. Normally I'm at home, so things are a little bit different. I will give you a tour at some point later when I have more time, but for now, suffice it to say, I'm interested in how the music is going. And even fiddling with the camera requires a little bit of experimentation. It's a different tripod. I found there was some backlighting I had to get rid of, and I think that I'm on camera this time. I remember having made that mistake before, that I was on camera, but the keyboard was not, and I'm hoping both of us are, me and my friend. So anyway, I'm approaching the agitato. It's an awful lot of ring. I don't know why, and we may have to put up with it. But because I have this flat is okay. Forgive me and forgive my A flat for now. We're going to live with it. I noticed that I was missing a note because I wasn't paying any attention to my fingering. So. settles really nicely under the right hand, except for the big leaps. But in the left hand, the problematic hand, if I go to 5, I always have to let go. Starting point. Start again. Start from notation. A little tenuto mark. I'm going to just briefly review these arpeggiations because I've fiddled with the fingering so often. I am amused that I wrote the word tilt here, probably to get my hand correct. To play that comfortably. This is unplayable without a good fingering. 1, 2, 3, 4. And then 2. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2. Okay. Those are not finger numbers, those are the number of notes. So 3 plus 3, 4 plus 2, didn't pay any attention. So 4 plus 2. I'm going to make it a little more obvious. 4, okay. Part of the problem with some of my 4s in the left hand is they're not 4 under the hand. They're more often than not, they're turnovers. 5, 3, 2, 5, 3, 1, 2. So there's no problem with the sensation, just with the concept. Oh, I just changed my fingering. I went 5, 2, which is a little odd for me. Probably better to use a more standardized fingering. 1, 2, 1 rather than 2, 1. 1, 2, 1. No mark. So when I see a mark, I know to go into a different mode. Here is a different mode. Now, in spite of the fact that this is 3 plus 3, it is with the hand turned over in the left hand, so worthy of notation. Yes. And now that I'm trying to just really trust myself, as opposed to half trusting myself before, here I have a left hand chord. If I'm going to do 3 plus 3, I need to remind my left hand to just go 5, 2, 1. I was going 5, 3, 2 with the expectation of another note, another key. I have too many notations now, neither of which I really need. It's as if I've gone by in 2 versions of myself, past judgment, each a different judgment. Ever have that experience? I figured. Sure. Another turnover one. So I just notate. 1, 2. decisions, and the little decisions have to become automatic because this is supportive, it's flowing, it's beautiful in its support. So it can't sound angular, it can't sound effortful, it should sound accurate, all of those. So there needs to be an sensual seamlessness to them. That wasn't it. I've been down this way before, so whether or not I need it, whoa. I put in a very helpful fingering exactly backwards. Why I would do that? Who knows? Oh, that's a little different. One of those. The only place, as I recall, I'm going to make that really visually obvious. The only place that I play an isolated chord in the left hand, in the right hand, because it fits way up there. So not there. Anyways. A few times my right hand is turning over because of the great distances I'm traveling here. I could go and make it more analogous with what my right hand is doing the next one, then I wouldn't have such an isolated experience. But is it worth it? Maybe not. This is an interesting one of those weird ones where I'm turning from a black note thumb to a white note long finger. So I think so. I've got to come back through here again. Not because of its inherent difficulty, but because there's an inconsistency to the way in which I'm grouping it. Why? Because there's an inconsistency to the spacing, both to the way the notes are put together and to the way they feel on the keyboard. So that requires a little more input, a little more review, a little more recognition of what makes it work. Isolated chord. Okay. Interesting.